Good morning, Spirits. How are you? Fine. Who's here with me? That's Jasper, right? Jasper, do you ever sleep? Comes through in the morning, he comes through in the afternoon, and he comes through in the evening. I don't think he ever sleeps. It's a hard-working man right there.
I guess I'll have to.
Jasper does a good job with the other gentleman here who stays. His name is Lewis, and they protect my shop. There's also a gentleman named George who stays here.
He worked his way.
Yep, he worked outside in the diner back in the 30s until he moved across town. How are you guys today?
Doing all right.
Doing all right? That's awesome, man. Did you tell Eli I wanted to meet him? There's a gentleman down the street who used to own a barber shop in the 30s, maybe a little earlier than that. And it was only open for about 3 or 4 years that I know of from record. And the owner's name was Eli. Now, the lady that is in that building now, they own a law office. And she wanted me to come down there. She said it was haunted.
He just made it big.
So I went down there, and the spirit that she thinks it is the spirit that I think it's not, according to Jasper. Because Jasper stays there. And I believe Eli is there.
I'm mesmerized watching.
Who's mesmerized? You like watching these sessions? Do you guys like this new radio?
People,
I'm going to make one for you guys, and I'll keep it. So you guys, I'm gonna change the app one more time. I'm gonna go with the scanning radio. So if I lose the connection here, I am so sorry.
just the way it.
George, are you here?
Get my umbrella.
Hope you're having a good morning, selling a lot of bagels. Okay, you guys, I'm going to switch this app. And we're going to go with a straight scanning radio from the Radio Shack 808. Or we could do a Steve Halte box. I like that too. I think I'm going to go with the AM radio for right now, though. Sound familiar? This radio can achieve many sounds. All you have to do is play with the effect on the back. You don't have to use the effect either. This is identical to the Geo Box. The build is exactly the same, only I've improved things. I've brought in my own build that I use on my radios along with what he did. And you've got a more sturdy radio. You've got a better sounding radio. And whatever app you plug into it is going to give you different tones, different sounds, different reactions. So I'm going to shut up and let you hear this for a minute. See how quiet it is when nothing's going on? Now, do you hear that spring reverb in there? That Geo Box spring reverb? I can't make out what they're saying, and I may not make it out when I listen back. That's a problem. So what I'm going to do is cut back on that effect. There's no need for that. A little bit of effect goes a long way. and I'm going to show you how to activate the radio. It's a click, another click in, and scan. And that is a classic scanning radio. AM reverse. Not reversed audio coming out, just reverse scan. Are you guys able to test this and come through? Who's here with me still? Lewis, hey Lewis, how are you? Now, if you guys have followed my channel and these familiar spirits, you know who they are, what they do, what they have done in life, and what their meaning was to this town. And they were big players in this town. They were here since the town originated, and they're still here. And I like to go around to the older buildings around this town. I like to research what that building was, you know, from the 1800s up to the mid-30s. And I like to talk to the spirits that were here. You know, without history, you got nothing. So always learn. And that's for any investigation. You should always look into the place that you're going to and find out what you can find out, so that you're not going in there totally blind. And you may be able to stumble onto some kind of a building block where that investigation can lead to more investigations. You know, and you can learn more things, more new things. And hell, you might even build a relationship with some of those spirits. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's Jasper. And I know their voices when they come through. They use certain frequencies. Are you guys using frequencies that I'm familiar with to hear you? Or are you allowing your voice to come through? Are they frequencies? But I know who they are when they come through. I can hear them. I'm used to them. And the more you do this, the more you become in tune with it. I mean, I hear them when there's no radio on. I mean, and I hear that same frequency that comes out of the radio audibly in my head, in my ears. So that's the internal scan. I'm going to turn this off, you guys. Thank you. So when you turn this off, you want to hit the switch down first to stop the scan, and then one big push turns off the radio. This was the best switch that I could find that allowed me to do what I wanted to do with it. It's kind of like a computer switch, and why it serves two purposes I don't know. I tried multiple switches, maybe 4 or 5 of them, single pull, double throw, single pull, single throw, and nothing would just turn the radio on and let me scan. This was the only one that I could find. You got to double switch it, but that's fine. I mean, it's a quality switch. It works great. And that's the box, you guys. What you put into them is what you're going to get out of them, and that's any box. I've already got a connection here with the spirits, so I can pretty much use any box here that I need to use. The proceeds to this box are going to the Haunted Virgin House. Not all of it. I still have to get my money back out of the box and for some of my time. But there is a woman who is in desperate need of help with her haunted home, and it is huge history in the town of Virgin, New York. You can go on the website and check it out. We're going to start restoration soon. We've got to start a roof. We have to fix the basement floor. Hold on a second, guys. I'll turn this on. See if anything... We have to do the basement floor. There's some painting we have to do. The grounds need help. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to be taken care of. And we also found a cemetery, a small cemetery that sits just off the property line before it hits the swamp. And we want to clean that out because it seems there's about 8 bodies buried there from what the Ghost Box told us. And we want them to be honored and properly, you know, they're already laid to rest, but we want it to look respectful. And that's all you ever want to do when you're investigating, is be respectful. You don't want to get attacked if you can help it. I mean, you want to protect yourself. You want to say prayers. You want to call upon your guide to help you when you're investigating. Don't just go into this blind, man. You can seriously get hurt. Take it from me, I know. Try to keep your vibration level up as high as you can. I try not to do many sessions, you know, if I'm in a shitty mood, or, you know, even a halfway shitty mood, you know. The way you feel is what's going to come out in your sessions. So I try to stay upbeat, you know, and I'm pretty upbeat when I'm here. I like my spirits here. You know, sometimes a customer will get on my nerves a little bit and put me in a mood. But for the most part, I'm in a good mood here, and I enjoy that they're here, and I say good morning to them. I say goodbye to them. You know, I can't hear everything they say. Nobody can hear everything Spirit says. But I know they can hear me. Okay, that is the GE box. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You've heard a few settings, you heard a couple apps. Now I could post-process this and make it sound magical and put shining lights around it, but fuck that. This is what it is. This is how you're going to get it. This is what it is. Let me show you the back before I go. There is no glue in this radio. There's no glue holding anything together. Everything is screwed in, including this battery onto the back of this panel. This is screwed in also. This is your pedal that achieves the sounds for your effects when you plug in a radio, a tablet, a phone. You can affect anything. When you're using the scanning radio that's on now, there's no effect. It's just straight radio. So, like I said, everything is screwed in. Everything is tight. There are a lot of wires in here. There's a lot of wires, but I've folded them all up. I've tied them off. I've zip tied them, whatever I had to do in here to make them, you know, not move around. So that's that, you guys. I'd say it probably weighs about 5 pounds, maybe a little less. 4 or 5 pounds, I don't know. Every time I take a guess and I ship something out, I get a letter saying that I was a powder too off and they charge me more. Yes, I should get a scale. Okay. This is just a sticker, just like his. You can take it or leave it. Okay, I'm turning it off. Thank you all. Goodbye.